We got an amazing group of UFC fighters here right now. We got Kelvin Gastelum, we got Justin Gaethje, got Ottman, we got Henry Cejudo, we got Ali Abdelaziz, Kamaru Usman. This is pretty amazing. And then Mike Babcock, Van, and myself.
What up?
This is unbelievable. First off, thank you guys all for coming here. This is unbelievable to have you guys all here in one spot. This is great. So the question we were joking about before you guys even arrived is, if we were to like lock the gates right in here, and it was everybody, you know, like Royal Rumble type stuff.
We don't count.
We don't count.
Yeah.
Who wins in that fight?
Ali.
Who's the last man?
Everybody
I mean,
outside
let's
the
be
circle.
honest.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. I assessed the situation when we came in. You know, you always got to assess the room, and I'm like, you know, one-on-one.
Yeah.
I do some work in here. I do some work. I do
He
some
ain't talking
work.
about one-on-one though.
Yeah, no, I'm not talking about one-on-one. I'm talking about it's a brawl.
Can
in
you
the
use
octagon
weapon
here.
and trash cans? And,
You can use whatever
There's
you
a
want.
fridge right behind you.
I definitely
There's no
I'm
rules.
gonna win.
You
I
win
can,
that
I
fight.
can tell you right now, Ali takes it all, man. This dude is, he's, look, show him the battle wounds.
No.
So you've been representing. Let's talk about Ali for a second. You represent some of the best fighters in the UFC. You've been doing this for a little while now. Why didn't you ever do professional MMA?
Actually, you know, I have a professional MMA early in my career, and I didn't do very well, and I, you know, got a couple of injuries, and I've moved to management, and I still, you know, train with these guys. These guys tried to hunt me today to spar with me and beat me up.
So you spar with all these guys?
Yeah.
So who wins in a Royal Rumble fight?
I don't know. I don't know.
Well,
He's African.
I mean,
He's Mexican. He can stab you.
There's different things going on right here.
He's half white, half Mexican.
Yeah,
you know,
he's
he
just
can
crazy.
kill you.
He's just
You know,
crazy.
Kelvin Gastelum, I don't know, man. It's very complicated. You know.
We don't fight for
He's
free,
North
so
African.
nobody.
He's Moroccan.
Guarantee.
Moroccan, you know, they can do nasty things
No
to you
one's
too.
fighting
I don't
for free
know.
here.
I don't know.
You guys are all like, are you guys all friendly outside? You know, you guys all train together. You guys all consider yourselves like pretty tight friends?
Yeah, we've all become really good, or close to each other through Ali. You know, we're always in the presence of each other.
You know, listen, these guys are all athletes. You know, they're not just a fighter from the street. They all got a college educations, and they're such a great guys. And I'm very kind of, when I manage people, I will not sign somebody who have really bad beef with Usman, right? Or I wouldn't be like, Conor McGregor want me to manage you, and you have beef with Justin and this. I'd be like, get the fuck out of here, you know? And I wouldn't manage. Now, him and Frankie and Marlon, they may be fighting, but they respect each other, and I will not allow anybody to talk about somebody's father or mother. If they promote a fight, they can promote it, but I wouldn't kind of, like him and Khabib, that might fight. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, at the end of the day, I'll do my job. And
How do you feel about that?
About what?
About a prospective fight
With the
Khabib?
same manager or? Oh.
No, just like.
Hey, he don't have many fights left. He keeps saying he's gonna retire. He's got 2 or 3 left, and I want that challenge before he goes. So
Yeah.
I'm right here. I'm number 4.
Yeah, so you don't, I mean, you fought Cowboy. I mean, he's a good buddy of yours, right?
Yeah.
You don't have a problem like fighting and getting in an octagon with somebody that you consider like a friend?
No, I mean, this is a sport to me. I mean, I'm trying to be the best in the world at something, and if he signs that contract, that tells me he's trying to take that from me. So I absolutely have no issue not letting him do that.
How much does the personal stuff get involved in the fighting? Because here, you know, we play it up a lot. We like to see guys actually talk real shit to one another because it makes for the lead up to the fight a little bit better.
Like John Jones, Cormier, those guys hate each other.
It does, but like there's obviously Khabib actually hates Conor McGregor.
I wouldn't say hate. Like, I don't think Khabib is a hateful person. I think we can say Conor said a lot of nasty things about him, and he whipped his ass for it. And probably every time we see him, we're probably gonna do something. Because some of the stuff is about the wife and the father and the mother and stuff like that. With him too. Like, if you know, if you have, he's a very close friend of mine. If somebody jump off with Kobe, we're all gonna be there. And I think all those guys will probably help.
Is it important to be able to control that though, to make sure that you stay clear-headed when you're in the octagon?
We are. These guys, they're professionals. You know, like Khabib, he got nasty things said to him, but he went in there, did what he had. He lost it after, but in the fight with him, he's gonna fight Kobe, right? I guarantee he's gonna be calm and relaxed. Maybe something off after we jump off, but in the fight, all these guys.
Chill.
Yeah, I'll be too tired.
No.
That's the secret.
He being real, because at the end of the day, it's very rare. We're all contracted to do what we do. You know, we're competitors at the highest level. So it's very rare to get a beef that is actually real. to a guy that you actually dislike, that is running his mouth, all the elements line up, and that's what Conor and Khabib was. You know, that's why that fight was so big, because all the elements lined up. They didn't like each other. One was running their mouth, you know, and it was for the belt. So that fight became huge. And kind of in my fight, I feel like it's the same way. You know, this is a guy that's running his mouth, a guy, and it's everything in lines up.
We saw that video of you guys in Vegas. So like,
I mean, I saw the video. I put the video out.
Do you actually want to hurt him, Kamaru? After fights, you see guys, they hug. When Justin fought Cowboy, he didn't even want to hit him. He was looking at the referee, trying to get him to stop the fight. Do you actually want to hurt Colby Covington?
Yes, there is, you know, as competitors, there's a certain level that you don't cross. Is, you know, where he's out in the name of sportsmanship, you stop. You know, it's like he has a family to go back to, but in my situation, that's a guy to where I have to let him know, you talk shit, it'll go down. So I will send him a message any way that I can. We're in there I need to separate him from consciousness until the referee pulls me off of him. If the referee doesn't jump in to save him, then I have to bless him. If I need to send him up there, I'm gonna send him up there. I'm gonna keep punching until the referee gets me off. So that's the type of beef that is.
is there a guy like that you have a beef with, like that you feel a certain way about? No.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
Who?
I think Calvin
Who?
Woodley.
Woodley?
Yes.
You know, wait, Tyron Woodley?
You realize that
From the Hollywood Beatdown?
him and Woodley are in a relationship. Is that right? like they are.
We have a YouTube show together.
We're keeping it real here.
I see it. I see it.
Tyron's my man. Tyron's my man too, but this is like his boy.
Yeah, Tyron and I get along.
Yeah, no, because me and Tyron fought. I mean, I didn't make way for that fight, but ever since then, we've gone back and forth. I've called him out multiple times, but ultimately we respect each other. I think it's more of a
like a competitive,
rivalry,
Right.
nothing personal.
Right.
Just you know, when I fought him, I wanted the rematch.
Right. Do you think he'll get it? Do you think it'll happen?
You know, if he moves up to middleweight, yeah, maybe. And he's talked about it. Yeah. He's talked about moving up to middleweight.
Kelvin, about.
He said, but I ain't going to welterweight.
Are you
If it's for a title.
What's that?
Are you going to stay at 155? Do you ever
Oh
see
yeah,
yourself?
I'm staying 155. Yeah.
Israel Adesanya, you gave Israel a much tougher fight in my estimation than Robert Whittaker did. One, you feel the same way about that? Much closer of a fight, right?
It's pretty obvious.
Right. So now everybody's talking about what's next for Israel now and talking about Costa. I feel like you have a good case for a rematch. Is that something that you want? Have you talked to Dana White about that?
No, definitely. I'm the guy to be in this division to be able to get to the title, and so I feel like I win this fight, I definitely get that rematch.
And can I just add to that real quick? People don't know this, but when Captain was at 100, when Kelvin was at 100, Whittaker didn't show up. This man was probably about a 40-50% when he fought Israel Adesanya in Atlanta, and almost beat him. And he won't tell you that.
Well, you weren't healthy?
I wasn't. People don't really know that, and I really don't come out on media and say that. But yeah, I was sick for about 2 weeks. I got the staph that it came back from when I had it in Australia. Had the staph, had congestion in my lungs, so I couldn't breathe. I couldn't really breathe. I was throwing up, so I couldn't really train for about 2 weeks. And people don't really know, I stopped taking antibiotics for it 6-7 days before the fight.
And you went 5 rounds with him,
And
pushed him to the
people
brink.
don't really know it, but I mean, I was probably 60-70% for the fight. I don't like to talk about it, but whatever. You guys brought it up.
you guys
brought it up.
You're a pride
you
group.
pushed him to the brink.
You guys don't like to make excuses for stuff, right? I mean,
No, I mean, I tipped my hat off to him that day, and maybe we'll get the rematch one day.
We're going to have the rematch. He talked about Morocco, and we have a Moroccan guy here. He's the king of Morocco right now. Maybe we're going to have the rematch. Adesanya.
we were just watching your fight on the Khabib card. That was a hell of a punch, man.
He broke his hand.
Did you break your hand on that
No,
face?
I broke the left hand in the first minute.
Yeah.
It was the left which I broke, but I knocked him out with the right.
How do you go on when you have a broken hand?
I had this already, I think, 2 years ago. And in this fight, I felt when I broke it. And I didn't want to punch him anymore with the left.
Do you feel pain in that moment?
Yeah,
Is your
I
adrenaline
felt
going?
pain and the bones with each other.
Let me ask you a stupid question. I know what the answer's going to be, but I got to ask it. Do you ever think once you broke your hand, or any of you guys, when you break a bone like that in a fight, do you ever think to yourself about quitting in a fight? Does that even cross your mind?
No.
I've never felt any of that.
For me, this is no option.
Adrenaline's the best drug on earth.
Or there is a sniper outside who gonna shoot me, or he knock me out, or he let me sleep.
But do you think?
But no, I thought about when it comes to break, the adrenaline will go down, then I will feel the pain. But I won't say it to any doctor or to my corner. But while I was fighting, my brother was shouting like hit with the left hook. I didn't want. I showed him like twice or three times with the hand that something is not working, and it came to one situation where I hit him with the left to the liver. I felt this again, and then I knew, fuck, I have like one shot now. And alhamdulillah, I opened the eyes, I saw him sleeping on the ground. So, wow, nice.
Wow. You're gonna be so happy, right?
So how's your, so your hand feels okay now? You're getting better?
Yes.
Feeling up?
This
It's a
is
knockout
part
of the
of
year.
our life. It's
Yeah,
not
it was an
the
amazing
first.
shot.
I think it was a knockout of
Is
the
that
year.
a knockout of the year? Because Ben
I
Askren.
don't like to give props to myself, but if the people think
If anybody
this,
else wants to, go for it.
It was a good knockout.
Yeah, no, that's. I mean,
Sure.
to attest to that, when you're in there like that, and you're kind of in the zone. You know, of course, you're in tune with what's going on with your body. We're gladiators. You can't be showing it. He broke his hand, and he knew, like, all right, shit, I gotta get this guy out of there.
But do you ever think in your head, like, if I keep fighting with this jacked up hand, like I could cause even more damage and really hurt my career down the line? Does that even come across your?
What?
Yeah, I know.
Isn't it obvious that Evan's never been in
And it was, you
That's
know,
why I sit
actually,
behind
when
the
I was
keyboard.
when I was fighting Tyron,
Yeah.
I in the third, because I had already kind of had some damage done to my groin, and then in the third round, I took him down, and I was trying to pinch my legs and kind of keep him trapped there, and nothing. It was just like spaghetti. I was like, oh shit, I need to get him out of there. That's why I went crazy in the fourth. I was like, I need to get him out of there now.
How's your
That's why I
groin
went
now?
crazy
Okay
before.
now?
Oh, it's good now. It's good.
That's good.
Oh, it's good now.
I have a question for you guys. How do you turn this off? Like, think about it. Like most people, they feel pain. Their brain says, shut down, we done. You guys are fighting through pain. You're fighting through emotions. You're doing all of this stuff. And then you leave the octagon, and it's seemingly time to be a normal person. How do you turn what's going on in there off?
I want to know his answer.
I think it's
I want to know
just a
his
choice.
answer.
A choice like when I've wrestled since I was 4, so you become okay with pain, like in a way, but when you leave, it's like, it's over. You know, I've had practice every day. I had practice at 3 o'clock. I showed up to practice, I gave, tried my hardest, tried to break somebody, break myself or break them, and then I went home and I didn't think about it at all. I still do the same thing. I don't go home, I don't watch fights. Like I go home, I go golf or I play pool, or I don't even think about fighting when I'm not in there.
Do people test you guys when you go out because they know just in case
and so the next thing is I have nothing to prove. He has nothing to prove. Like I know that I can kill somebody if I need to kill him with my hands. And so like I have nothing.
Big facts. That's big facts.
So I got nothing.
That was one of the scariest things.
But so you have nothing to prove. Like I don't.
But do guys test you? Someone wants to show their
Yeah,
tough
we've
at
seen,
a bar.
to his
It's
point,
weird,
we've
man.
seen countless videos over the years since we've been doing this where like you see a UFC fighter at a bar and some drunk idiot will come up to that guy and be like, I'm gonna punch you in the face. Or punch me in the face even. Like how do you
I don't even think I look like, they don't recognize, I don't think people recognize, I don't look like a fighter, they don't even know, like unless they see my ears, I'm just a normal motherfucker. That's the worst part.
There is a calm to
I
that.
think you're vastly underestimating your star power, by the way. I think you're a lot
Well,
more famous
no,
than you
I
think
mean,
you are.
in LA and Vegas, I might, but.
Yeah.
No, but
People know me trying to block down for himself.
there's truth to what he's saying,
Not
though,
Denver,
because
I go
it's,
to eat by myself every day.
when
never get bothered.
you're at a certain
Every
level,
day.
you're at peace with it. Like we know if we got in a situation, like I said, we assessed the situation when we came in. It's if it went down, I would take care of business. But so you're calm in that reserve, like I have nothing to prove. And we like to diffuse it. I'm the type of guy, I just don't feel like I got the face for. Why would you come at me? I'm chilling, I'm goody.
I want to know the answer from the greatest of all the time. My opinion, he's the greatest to ever do it. Olympic gold medalist, 2 UFC titles. He beat Demetrius Johnson and beat TJ Dillashaw. What's your answer on it?
Wait.
What's your answer on it?
And don't get, he didn't just beat TJ Dillashaw, he beat a juiced up TJ Dillashaw.
Juiced up.
And I think that's
TJ Dillashaw.
important to note because you beat a guy who was cheating to try and get an advantage on you, and you still beat him up.
Yeah, well, to me, it's kind of a two-part question because you guys were talking about first the smack talking and whatnot, and to me, I see things more as a competitor, because I'm the one the offensive. I'm the one that's making these videos with the diapers and calling these guys out. But the reason that's the way I ultimately see it.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm a high-level competitor. Like it doesn't go past that. Like it doesn't like these grudges between me and these other guys, and I think it just, or with people in general. Like it just doesn't go past that because we've trained. We know we can do. We like as Justin said, we know we can kill somebody, and we don't want to take it there. Like mixed martial arts brings humility.
Yeah, making me nervous. All this killing.
I know. A lot of violent talk right now.
I'm getting nervous.
Well, like you said, like with the hand, like we all make a decision before we're going to sacrifice way more than a hand. So of course I'm not going to think to quit because of a broken hand. Like that would never cross my mind. Like,
Well, let me put this out. Let me put an example, like an NFL example out for you. Do you guys remember in the Super Bowl a couple years ago, the Panthers were playing in the Super Bowl, and Cam Newton, he was a quarterback for the Panthers, and there was a fumble that came out, and there was an opportunity for Cam Newton to jump on the ball, but he didn't because he knew in his head that there was a risk that he could really hurt himself, and he made a business decision.
Yeah. No, I mean, but they play every week
Yeah.
for 16, 18 weeks straight. We fight 2 times a year. So if I break a hand, I'm cool. I go home and let it heal, and then back to training. It's not like I have to fight next week, so it's a little bit of a different circumstance, a way different circumstance actually.
Let me ask you guys another question. Change topics a little bit here. I know we were talking about Israel Adesanya before. Everybody's talking today about how they think he's the next great UFC superstar. A lot of comparisons to Conor McGregor. A lot of people, saying that he has everything you need. He's entertaining. He's talented. Charismatic, all these things. Do you agree with that? Is Israel Adesanya the next big UFC superstar?
I believe Kelvin Gastelum's the next middleweight champion of the world. That's what I think.
I'm the middleweight king, and I'm the guy to beat in this division for sure. But what you're saying is true. I understand he looks good, he talks good, he fights good, and he's proved it. Not only has he said it, he proved it, and now it's facts. I mean, he's got the belt.
That's what I think about Israel. I think Israel, he's actually a really nice guy. He's tough. He can walk the walk, and he fights very well, and he's entertaining with all the dance, and he's not only a fighter, he's an entertainer, you know, and he's real, like Israel, like he's real. Everything he said, he does. He might have little bits like cockiness, but I don't think it's cockiness. I think people maybe understand it wrong. I think it's confidence. I think he's a superstar.
Do you guys see, when you guys watch that fight, watch that walkout, do you guys think to yourselves, either that's a great idea, I need to do something like that during my walkout, or do you think to yourselves, what a jerk, I can't believe he's doing
You're going to
that.
see us walk out next.
Yeah?
We're going to blow it out of the water.
But the thing is, you got to understand, like that is my Nigerian brother. Like, I mean, he brings in a whole different swag. Like a lot of people right now, and I see it.
Calvin going to beat him.
When people are
I'm the middleweight
when
king.
people see something like that, I don't know why, but they want to compare it. Oh, it's 2 Nigerians. Why don't you guys fight each other? No, he's a whole different animal. Like you said, he comes out, like, I dance too. Like, if you ever see me walking out, I dance too, but
you cannot
he's
dance
on a
like
different
Israel.
level.
He only moves like his hips like this.
Don't disrespect me. You see how disrespectful he is? Y'all seen the video I posted? Like, he don't even
dance like this.
He don't know how to spell rhythm. This dude can't even spell rhythm.
Okay. Not very well.
No, but what I mean is, like, Israel is a superstar. Like, you can't. A lot of people like to hate, oh, he cocky, he's this and that, but he's doing his thing. He's a superstar, and you can't take nothing away from him.
But you have to be dominant. He have to come back. He have to beat Costa. He have to beat Kelvin.
No, but this is why I disagree.
Have to beat Kelvin again.
This is why I disagree. At this point in time, right now, he's the man.
Yeah.
That's how this game works.
I think he's bringing a bunch different.
Exactly. That's how the game works.
Too, like,
he's not going to be the champion
with
forever.
The anime, like those. Like he's gonna bring a shit ton of people from that world to watch fighting. Yeah. That helps us.
But you see what's happening right here? As soon as his name is brought up, you see the litany of different opinions and how strong people are about it. That's the type of thing that lets you know that someone's grabbed the moment.
Facts.
And everybody's
Calvin's steaming right now.
No, he's not.
Me, I have to say one thing about this guy. I like him. He's a great fighter. Maybe you're gonna beat him. This is sport, but what this guy understands is like the sport is not only what happened in the octagon, it's also what outside. So not always training every day twice, smell bad and go home and sleep and wake up. No, really. You have to look nice. You have to take care about you. You have to go shopping, have fun, enjoy. Be a good role model for the people, for the kids,
Everybody
for the
doesn't have
yacht.
much money as you.
No, really, for the yacht, for the kids outside.
All right, so let me ask you a question on that, because we were talking about this earlier too. You know, a guy who was that, who now is kind of at a fork in his career, is Conor McGregor, right?
I'm leaving.
I know, he's out of here.
One second.
Take his stuff back.
He maybe made the sport more famous.
He took it to another
Like
level.
everyone who's sitting here doing his best to make this sport famous. We want to give the best picture about this sport for the world. And we have to involve other groups, not only the sportmen, also people who cares about soccer, who cares about dancing, who cares about music. We have to involve them to show them what kind of sport we're doing and how respectful it is. Because it looks like a cage, only two people go in, one go out, one die. Blah. It's not like this. We
It's
respect
a lot of death.
Okay, you brought Conor's name out.
I spoke with many people about this, and that's the thing, what they think about this.
Ottman,
But it's more respect. We know what we do for getting to the cage.
Ottman.
I know.
Come on. He brought Conor McGregor up. Is one man in this room, Conor McGregor does everything in his power not to fight.
This guy.
I'm gonna tell you, he tried to fight Frankie Edgar, who Frankie Edgar going to 135. Frankie will beat his ass, fellas, but he want to fight Frankie. He have a chance to fight Frankie 5 years ago. The UFC want to make this fight him and him. The last time this guy want to fight, it was at a bar, over 55 years old.
So let me ask a question on that. You know, because there's been a lot of talk about how, when Conor was on the way up, when he was on the upswing, everybody loved what he was doing for the sport. And now you see videos like that, the bus incident, the incident in Miami. What's going on behind the scenes at UFC? How do the fighters feel about Conor McGregor right now?
I don't like this act. I said before, he made me maybe the sport famous, but you have to know that you are responsible for what you're doing. All the people who follow you, the kids, the yachts, they're gonna do what you do.
Is
if
your
you throw trash
opinion
on the bus or punch an old man in the pub?
No, he's being nice. Fuck that. Listen to me. Listen to me.
But this is not
Just listen to me.
good.
I'm gonna tell you what's the reality. When you become small and every nice stuff, that when you grow, you have money, have power, your true color come out. He's a scumbag motherfucker. He's a scumbag. He's a bitch.
He keeps tweeting he's gonna fight. On planet Earth, there's two people that will possibly fight him, me or Dustin Poirier.
Right.
So he either goes away. He's only fought 2 times ever in the lightweight division. In his whole career, he's fought 2 times. He lost 1. He's won 1. He's ranked 3 for some odd reason. He needs to either go away or fight, and it's me or Dustin.
Are you ready to fight him?
Absolutely.
Is the UFC trying to make the fight,
I thought he was
Ali?
retired. I swear to God, I thought he was retired.
Man, you crazy?
No
Why you
idea.
ask me if you're ready to fight? What's wrong with you?
No, is the UFC,
Of course you're ready to fight.
is Dana and the
He
UFC
won't fight
trying
me,
to
man.
make the fight?
He won't fight me.
Scared. The man
won't
is
fight me.
scared. The man afraid.
Listen,
the man is sleeping
hey,
on silk sheets.
He won't.
You
he
understand?
won't-
He's afraid.
He won't. He'll reply to Dustin on wherever on social
saw
media.
that,
He will
yeah.
not reply to me. I wrote him a message like fucking 7 months ago, just trying to be his friend. I've tried every route. I'm trying reverse psychology. I'm trying to be his friend. I'm trying every fucking route that there is to draw this man out, and I can't draw him out. And he's calling out Frankie Edgar. So it's a slap in the face to me, to other lightweights, and to really the standard that we fucking do here. Like,
do you think that the UFC wants to put Conor McGregor in with somebody that they think could beat him?
they don't. They just want the man to fight.
They want him to
At the
fight
end of the-
Justin.
Like he's trying to be the best in the world. That's what we're all trying to do. Like, that's if he's not trying. He's made his money. He needs to go away.
Can I
because he
chime
doesn't want
in?
that
Can I
no
give my
more.
2 cents? And we were talking about it earlier. Conor McGregor, and I was talking to Brandon Shaw, and we're talking about it. I said he's added so much pressure with this persona that he created. Like even Israel, like I respect Israel a lot for the fact that he's able to dance and do the entertainment, do this and that, and sign, and still and still compete and win. That's added pressure. Conor McGregor became this persona. He's 1-1, as you said, in lightweight. He's not going to fight nobody until he fights for that belt, I think. Because if he loses his next fight, he continues to, his stock continues to go down. If he's going to win, if he's going to fight again, he's going to want to fight for the belt. This is what I was telling Justin earlier. You just got to fight somebody, dude. This dude is trolling everybody. He's calling everybody and their mama out.
Except Justin.
I just think he's
'Cause
on
he
the
don't
news
want
for
to.
the wrong reasons all the time. fights here, fights there, doing this, doing that.
He was talking shit to you.
But that happens
he
though.
did,
That
but-
happens though. Like people, he's been this way. But when you're nobody fighting in small promotion in South Dakota, you know, people don't hear about how you are. But once you build that star power, you get to a certain level, then it's like every little thing, especially in this day and age, every little thing you do, boom, it's 50 people with phones out watching you. Like, he's been this way.
Seems
It's
like he's
not
been a piece
just,
of shit
oh,
his
all of a
whole
sudden now I got money. Yeah, you know, but
whole life he's been a
also,
piece of shit, you know it.
what also happens is some people kind of they buy into that mindset, they get spoiled. Well, now you got money, now you got fame, now you got power. So everything is at your grasp. So you feel invincible.
So then what's next for
And
him?
then you got
like
the
what
white
I'm
girl,
saying, he's gonna
too,
wait
you
for the
know.
belt. He's gonna.
Who cares?
You know what I'm saying?
Who cares?
A lot of people care.
For everybody's sake.
I mean, to be fair, a lot of people care.
Like for example, like a kid like that, right? He fought in the last 6 years, 3 years, almost 8 times. Everybody talking about fucking Tony Ferguson. Tony Ferguson fought one time in 2017, one time in 2018, one time in 2019. He fought once a year, just to been active. My opinion, if you're gonna give a title shot, who's been active, who's been winning and dominance, right? You understand? It's Justin. And I know Khabib is my brother. I manage him. He's my brother too. If they need to fight, they fight.
Send
But
me
I'm
straight
talking
to
about
Moscow.
who's you know. But I'm talking about everybody say Tony this, Conor this. The whole thing is Tony have a chance to fight for the interim belt. Tony said no, he will not fight Max Holloway, right? And he went and fought Cowboy, right? Everybody talk about this boogeyman. The boogeyman fight once a year. Boogeyman, you have to be a boogeyman every day of the week, not when it's convenient for you. But the boogeyman is almost 4 years old now.
Yeah. Yeah. So another question. I want to change subject a little bit here. We were talking about it before about Henry. You think he's
Triple C.
Triple C.
Yeah.
The greatest UFC fighter of all time.
100%.
Combat sports.
Combat
athlete
sports.
The greatest combat sports athlete of all time.
of all time.
Olympic gold medal, 2 UFC belt, no PED, never cheated.
2 Sport Hall of Fame.
No controversies.
somebody.
No controversy. I
Name
can't think of one.
somebody.
Just a combat sport athlete.
100%.
Combat sports.
We're
saying by accomplishments.
Bruce
though.
Lee, Ali.
By accomplishments.
better than Ali.
No, it's different. It's
He's not a
different.
bigger superstar, but he's got more accomplishments.
Ali's Olympic gold medalist.
He is. But I'm saying
He
I
most
did
certainly is. Ali's
I did it in 2
Ali-
sports. That's all.
Okay.
2 sports. 2 sport world champ. That's all. No, 100% respect to Ali.
Yeah.
The greatest.
You know what's about to happen
No
now.
one's better than Ali.
TMZ.
Bring it. You know what? Numbers don't lie. Name somebody.
If he was around, you'd want his gold.
I'll be honest with you. I love it
absolutely.
though. Do you know why though? Because a lot of times when you talk to athletes, they put themselves, they talk about the greatest in their sport or in their discipline, but to say I'm the greatest combat sports participant fighter ever, that is something that I've never heard anyone claim before,
Tag
and I
them
want
all.
to go
Tag
into
them
it.
You know what the argument for me? You know, you got a lot of guys like John Jones, Anderson Silva.
Tag him
you got
too.
Khabib, you got all those guys. None of these guys have an Olympic gold medal. That's number one. He never got caught with PED. A lot of these guys, you know, got some trouble with supplements, stuff like that.
Nah,
Like,
you're right.
and it's no disrespect, they're legend. They Hall of Famer. They the greatest ever. John, Anderson Silva. I'm not saying they cheat. I say they got a little trouble. You understand?
Their record isn't as spotless.
But the whole
as
thing
his.
is, they never won 2 weight divisions. He went up and won a weight division. He went up and won a second belt, and he have an Olympic gold medal.
Can I add
right?
one more thing? I'm the world's most eligible bachelor too.
He trying to get laid. He trying to get laid on TMZ.
Have you, in all seriousness, have you tried to push him to be on The Bachelor?
Listen, I think
There's
if you go on
dating
The
shows.
Bachelor-
There's dating shows.
Let's do it.
I mean, The Bachelor. Had they even had a brother on The Bachelor?
Nah, they haven't, bro.
Come on,
They haven't
man.
had a
Come
brother.
on.
Are you the wait? Are you throwing your hat in the ring?
I mean, come
Are
on.
you throwing your hat in the ring?
Come
Because
on,
I
man.
know
I can
see
people.
Kamaru
If
on
you
the
say
show.
right now,
Have your people call my
if you
people,
want to be the
man.
first
What's
black
up?
bachelor,
Yes,
Let's
he's
do it.
in.
Let's do
you're
it.
in for that.
Let's
He's
do
in.
it. I'm in there.
Are you
Give me a
serious?
flower.
there.
Give me a red flower.
Who got a rose? Who got a
I'm
rose?
not even joking. I know people.
Facts. I'm with it.
Okay.
I'm with it.
Show
I
me
mean,
muscle.
come
Show me
on,
muscle.
man.
Show me
I mean, come on.
No. The tagline is Kamaru Usman. My groin is fine now.
Oh, it's fine. It's good. It's all
Actually, you know
good.
what? I think everybody here is actually single. That's crazy.
Nah, I'm married, I got kids.
Besides Ali.
I don't give me including that. I'm gonna go home and get my husband.
No, these guys. You guys are all single, right?
We're all
This is
single,
single, ready to mingle.
But to be honest with you, those are the types of things like outside of the octagon that when people do them, it elevates them to that next superstar status.
Facts. I'm saying, The Bachelor. What's ABC? What's your people call my people? I mean, we never
They
had
have a Nigerian
representation
bachelor?
on there.
African, maybe put you on the African bachelor first.
Why we need African? What is, you see this man? Disrespectful.
Maybe you get your
The
tryout.
Bachelor is the Bachelor.
We're running out of time,
period.
so I got one last question for all you guys before we get out of here. And I love this question. I think I've asked this to you before, but like, answer it again anyway, because it's great. Do you guys remember the first time you punched someone in the face? Do you guys remember the first fight you got in? Who wants to tell their story first? Justin, let's hear it.
I had never been in like an actual street fight, just big. It was in college, and there was a big old brawl that broke out, and I put my back against the corner, and there was this dude that was overweight next to me, and this dude came up and started kneeing him, and this dude started crying, and I was like, yo, leave him alone. And he's like, oh, you want to fight? And so I punched him, and his knees went like, and I was like, oh, shit! And then he had all his friends, so I was literally hiding in a tree, and they were all like, where's that motherfucker at? I was hiding in a tree. And then I fucking went home, and then they
You
came
know they
to-
tell that story now. They're like, Justin
Oh,
Gaethje was hiding from me.
That's so. The first time you punched a guy in the face was in college.
Yeah.
Wow.
Me too.
I've never been in a fight.
I mean, you get a
I
little,
don't be a liar.
you get a little tussles here and there as a kid. Like I when I was a kid in Nigeria, got a little tussles here, but you didn't really know how to hit. Like you didn't know what you were doing. The first time I actually hit somebody was my freshman year in college. It was somebody on my wrestling team, and one night, he got brave, he was drunk, and it got rowdy. Next thing you know how people talk you into a fight, like, oh shit, it's going down, it's a fight. All the wrestlers lived on one floor in the dorms.
That stank.
Yo, bro, I'm telling you, like, you got no idea. You got no idea. Yo, and it was, and it's.
You can't bring girls over.
And then, yo, you got to bring
they'll be
them.
like, oh, fuck
you
you,
had to
dude.
walk them through the whole hallway. Oh, man. But it was just, next thing you know, he's talking, he's drunk, he's talking, because I didn't drink that time. He's talking, and I'm like, all right. So now they hype me up. I'm scared. He's smaller than me, but I'm scared because I ain't never really been in a fight like that. Next thing you know, everybody's outside, the whole dorm outside. All right, I guess we're gonna do this shit. And he trying to talk, like he ain't gonna do nothing. Then he rushed me, and I just sidestepped. I was like,
You knocked him out?
I mean, cold. He was out, and I didn't really know I could, deliver it like that. Then I'm walking back. Of course you got to talk. That's how we do it in D-Town, baby. Then I walk to the doors, but I'm laying in bed. I'm scared. I'm like, oh shit. Oh shit, he might be dead. Oh shit. I was scared. Yeah, but.
I really don't remember. I have many on the list.
Yeah.
But I don't think about this. I left
Yeah.
I keep telling you, Evan gonna ask that question one time. It's gonna go wrong. Somebody gonna start crying and go, "This is my dad."
Oh no. Yeah.
Who you
Sorry
punching in the
about that.
face?
You know what? For a UFC fighter, I've never actually been in a street fight.
Really? That's pretty good, by the way.
Peace and love, baby.
That's like a badge of honor.
What about Henry?
I used to fight a lot when I was a kid, but I think it was like the first time I was 10, and I got sucker punched. We were in a public pool, and this kid, we were playing like sports, and we're both getting like, mad or whatnot. We both came out the pool, and he's a little white kid too. He was taller than me.
Talking about.
And he, this
That's what I'm talking about.
and he just hits, he just clocks me with the right hand, and I'm just like, boom. And I just sat there and I just kind of like looked at him for like 2 seconds.
Yeah, this is my country too, bitch.
No, obviously we ended up fighting and whatnot, but that's
But you
the
punch
memories that I have. Yeah, I punched him. I beat him up pretty much after that.
Guys, we got to wrap up. This has been awesome. This has been great. Thank you guys all for coming,
thanks for
man. It's so
having
much
us.
fun. Anytime you guys are in town, you got to come back.
Hey,
This is
come
awesome.
back and until then, man, don't kill nobody.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of talk.
Stop it with the killing.
Yeah, don't kill everybody, man.
Nah, we don't fight for free no more.
Yeah. Guys, awesome.
This
This is awesome. Thank you guys.
Yeah, appreciate it.
This is great, man. Thank you.